Welcome back to Bleacher Talk. We're here at Spring Ball, Saguaro High School with Zach Hill. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins. And Zach, first year taking over the program. I think the first thing that I'm really curious to know, and from what I've been hearing from people asking, is how did this come about? How did you end up here at Saguaro? When did your interest peak? Walk us through that process.
Sure, yeah. I was already at ALA Gilbert North and with Randy Reisdorf over there. And when I saw that Jason Mons got the ASU job, I started thinking about it, the possibility of taking a high school head job and making that jump. Obviously, I knew about the tradition and the history, and Jason Mons did an amazing job here, and multiple coaches before him as well. So, it's a program where I felt comfortable jumping into, and obviously a lot of good athletes run through Saguaro.
Well, Saguaro is notoriously known across the valley as SAG-U. So how are you carrying the tradition of kind of having a university feel here at this high school?
Yeah, I think that's the cool part of it as well, having that logo, that brand already, and then me coming from the college experience of so many years, and then being able to bring that to the players and just the overall feel. That brand is pretty cool, and I know our players feel really good about that, and same with our administration. And we feel like we do things at a high level here, and whether it's meetings or walkthroughs or our practice structure, and I think that's going to correlate to the university for those guys that are making that jump into college.
We actually just had a chance to talk with some of your guys, and they said it runs like a college, at least from what they've seen. So kind of walk us through, okay, how does spring ball kind of have a college feel as well? What does the routine look like this time of year?
Sure, we've taken the approach that we're going to do a lot of teaching. So there's going to be a lot of meetings that are happening in the mornings, or after school. We're only practicing 2 days a week, so just Tuesdays and Thursdays. But our coaches are getting here early, and we're having install meetings, with a lift and meet type situation, and then walkthroughs. And then once we're done with practice, our coaches stay and we watch practice together and get on the same page. And then that following morning, the kids are getting up at 6:30 a.m. or they're here, ready to go, and we're having meetings before school. So it does have a college feel to it, and there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of preparation, and I think these kids are realizing that.
Yeah, just kind of off that, is there anything that you feel like you're implementing here that's different, or is there any sort of just different aspects in practice that might be a little more on the fun side that you've kind of been adding here in the spring?
Sure, Coach Mons did a great job, with his practice plans and what he was doing offensively, and so a lot of that stuff is carryover. We like to compete, so the stuff on the field, when we're getting against the 1-0 and the 1D, trying to, compete against each other. And I think one thing that's maybe a little different from what I've heard from the coaching staff is that we're really heavy into the situational stuff. So the end of game things, the overtime, like today we're doing, clutch 2-minute and 4-minute, and we're really hitting on the situational things of football.
I got to ask too, quarterback, have you ever heard a better football name than Hype Grand?
It is a good one, isn't it? I
Right.
mean, holy cow, you can do a whole lot with that, especially with the media. And no, it's fun having him over here, transferred from California, and his his dad's over here too, and adjusting to the Arizona life and learning a new offense, and so he's doing a really good job with that. He's a smart kid and a very talented quarterback as well. So I've been impressed with him and some of the other quarterbacks as well, in the room, being able to retain things and learn the offense.
You can already see the headlines, the new hype at Saguaro, something like that. Well, last thing for me, I don't know if Coach Mons left you with any notes, but who are the guys that you kind of see potentially already showing that leadership ability and skill, and maybe carrying that over into their senior year? Sure,
yeah, these seniors that are going to be jumping into that leadership role are doing a very good job, like Amari, our O-lineman, and then I would say Trey Morrison, does a good job, JoJo Clark, Fred Parsons. There's a lot of guys, honestly. We've got some really good leaders on this team, and Jaden Matthews as a running back and a featured guy, and it'll be fun seeing who kind of takes over that role through the spring and into the summer, and once we get into some of our team chemistry stuff and bonding and camps and all that stuff. I'm sure even more of it will come to the surface.
I guess to double down on that, is there anything in particular that someone, like any of those guys you mentioned, have to do to earn that C on their chest? Is there a particular process you go through?
Well, we talk about doing it right, not only on the field, but in the classroom and socially, and when they're making those decisions outside of football. And so it's about discipline, and it's about toughness, and it's about the chemistry and conviction of what we're doing. And so we try to hold on to those core values, and the captains will emerge through the work, and you got to earn trust to be respected. And so it's about earning that trust and having fun with it.
Coach, thank you so much for having us out here. Continue to go to sports360az.com this spring for more Bleacher Talk.